Good morning, children. Today I am going to tell you about your rise of nationalism in Europe. I would like to show those countries here on globe. Right, rise of nationalism in Europe. Whatsoever ideas spread throughout the Europe, the countries included. Here it is Great Britain. Right, here it is Great Britain. Right, this country. This is. And now then we talk about unification of Italy. It is here, unification of Italy. Then we talk about Germany. Just upper side of the Italy there is Germany. Right? आप इसको ध्यान रखेंगे. Spain, France, Germany, Italy. In between there is a small country, Switzerland. So please take care. This is whole of the Europe continent. When we talk about French Revolution also influenced this rise of nationalism. Whole of this is French, right? This is France. This one, देखो French, Spain, then Germany. We are talking about Germany. Then England. It is here on the globe. Then there is Italy. We are talking about all this unification of Italy, unification of this one Germany, unification of Ireland, Scotland, or this England, United Kingdoms. Then there is France, and all this whole this continent, European continent, all this European continent shaken the whole of world just after this French Revolution, 1789. It left a great impact on the minds of the people of whole of the world regarding their spirit of nationalism, and regarding that spirit of nationalism I have mentioned some points here, the issues that gave a big rise to the spirit of nationalism among the world. Not only in the Europe, but whole of the world. When we talk about whole of the world, I showed you those countries on the map. This is Italy, Germany, France, here it is Spain, here some countries, and Switzerland, and here it is United Kingdom. Right? Britain is also there, and it is on the map of the world, just imaginary, don't take it so seriously. I showed this to you on the globe also. And for that, regarding this making of nationalism in Europe, I am going to tell you about some important points of rise. The rise of spirit among nationalism in the whole of the Europe. Europe emerged as nationalism spirit, that is the spirit of nation state during 18th century. Right? During 18th century, spirit of nationalism spread among this Europe countries. When we talk about it, started from French Revolution during the time period of Louis XVI, when people raised a revolution against this king for his unfavorable measures taken against the wishes, against the willing of the citizen of that country. You know that there is a very well-known proverb that when French sneezes, the whole world gets shaken. When the French sneezes, the whole world gets shaken. Mean to say, so strong ideas of democratic nationalism were spread by these revolutionaries. These revolutionaries, you know that there were liberals, conservatives, and conservatives, people who led this revolution, and one type of radicals were also there. And when they started, you know that I mentioned that when French sneezes, the whole world catches the cold. It means such type of spirit was spread by this French Revolution. And whatsoever effects were there, they were regarding French Revolution. So earlier this Europe was divided into number of kingdoms. different type of kingdoms were there, and these kingdom provinces wise, like in India, they have their own laws, rules, regulation. Accordingly, those areas, state and people have to work under that administration. But as soon as the spirit of nationalism, that was the seeds of nationalism were so shown among the whole world by the French Revolution, we can say root cause. After that, the other country, this revolution type flourished, it sprouted there, and that was spirit of nationalism among this European country. There was the spirit of nation state, mean to say they started themselves recognized as a nation state, not as the kingdom wise. Right? That was also spirit of unity, integrity, and their democratic ideas. And these seeds were given by French Revolution. These जो उनको रास्ता दिखाया था, paved the way for the revolution, it was done by the French Revolution only. French Revolution created this word, very important in literary history of French, that la patria for the fatherland, that is meaning it fatherland. Citoyen, that is for the citizen of the French. Citizens of the French, the invention of these two words. As earlier we have discussed about the inspiring personalities of French Revolution. Inspiring personalities. In other words, we can say guiding values. Guiding values to whole of the nation is regarding that. I would like to take the name of Jean Jacques, John Locke, Rousseau, Mirabeau, Abbé Sieyès, and Voltaire. All these are 5 philosophers, and even this Abbé Sieyès was being belonged to first estate. It helped the third estate people to raise their revolution, and regarding that revolution, this Abbé Sieyès published one very important magazine for the people, that was what is third estate, so that people of third estate may be aware, publishing by that, may be aware what is their status in the society, what is their value in the society, how they should be recognized, and by reading that they will know what is their position, how they are being exploited. You may compare this situation with now also. All the work is to be done by French peasants, farmers, such type of tenements, and they provide, we can say, ration to whole of the country, and they have to pay the tax, even they have to pay the taxes. Yes, students, in this way, this French farmers, peasants were doing, you know that they have to pay the 2 type of taxes, that thique and taille, in the form of direct and indirect tax. The king keeps on revising their tax. Sometimes these tax were not only number of the taxes, right? Even the amount they also keep on revising, mean to say increasing. Not only number of tax as well as the amount, but also they were used to increase every day. Okay. So that was also a big problem. The farmers' production was not increasing. They had to not only this much. The king always keep on not only the amount of the taxes, but the number of taxes. Suppose पहले साल 4 type के taxes है, तो अगले साल they used to have 8 type of taxes. Amount is 100, now amount is 200. In such way कि 100 like in this way कि 100 के taxes हैं, तो into 4 type taxes हैं, they have to give 400 rupees. Now taxes amount is increased 200, number is also increased, that is 8 type of taxes. They have to pay to the 1600 rupees, whatsoever money is there, they have to give. So for how much these people keep on tolerating. So my personal view is that कि लोगों को स्टार्टिंग में इन चीज़ जो भी कुछ गलत हो रहा है उसके बारे में दे हैव टू बी अवेयर, बट द गवर्नमेंट्स आर नॉट लिसनिंग. तो दैट किंग वॉज नॉट लिसनिंग टू दैम एंड कीप्स ऑन increasing the number as well as amount of the tax. Not only this one, they have to give some things in the form of gifts also. Some things in the form of gifts also they have to give. Right? कि ठीक है किंग को टैक्स भी दे दिया, इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स दे दिया, ये डायरेक्ट दे दिया, लेकिन अबाउट दैट दे हैव टू परफॉर्म सम ट्रिब्यूट्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ गिफ्ट्स. क्या आपके घर पे बहुत अच्छी, आपने आपकी बुक में पिक्चर भी दिखाई हुई है कि अगर उसने बहुत अच्छी मछली पकड़ी है, बड़े वाली मछली है, तो सबसे बड़ी वाली मछली आपको किंग को देनी पड़ेगी. ओनली देन यू आर अलाउड टू डू सच टाइप ऑफ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस वर देयर एंड दिस शेकन द होल ऑफ वर्ल्ड. व्हेन फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन हुआ था उसमें किंग और सिटी ऑफ द टाइम वाज स्टॉर्म. इट when it spread the idea of nationalism among whole of the world, especially in Europe. Right? European countries were there, and this La Patra and Scipion words were created there. Then now citizens want a centralized administration. Centralized administration मीन टू से, मैंने आपको शुरू में बताया कि किंगडम्स होती थी, उनकी अपनी टेंडेंसीज होती थी. तो इन दिस स्पिरिट ऑफ नेशनलिज्म, राइज ऑफ नेशनलिज्म, सिटीजन वांटेड दैट अ यूनिफॉर्म सिस्टम शुड बी देयर दैट ऑल कैन फॉलो एंड रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन शुड बी इक्वल फॉर एवरी फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम. दैट वाज सेंट्रलाइज्ड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. देन just after the French Revolution, there was civil code, right? Civil code that is known as Napoleonic Code also, Napoleonic Code 1805. And you know that you have studied in your previous classes also. I will mention here once again that what was this Napoleonic Code. Under this Napoleonic Code, Napoleon made some improvements, some reforms in their system, like decimal system, right? Boundary system, I will explain it, and measures, weights, uniformity. This was state wise. There, this is one example there कि एक स्टेट से दूसरी स्टेट तक जाने के लिए उन लोगों को, मान लो पंजाब, हरियाणा, राजस्थान, गुजरात है, तो आप लोगों की करेंसी की वैल्यू यहाँ कुछ और है, राजस्थान की करेंसी अलग है, वहाँ वैल्यू कुछ और है. वहाँ से आप पंजाब गए, पंजाब से यूपी जा रहे हो, यूपी से मध्य प्रदेश जा रहे हो, वहाँ से कर्नाटक जा रहे हो, साउथ में जा रहे हो. तो हाउ मेनी मीन टू से वन पर्सन हैज़ टू मूव फ्रॉम हियर, क्या दिल्ली से कर्नाटका जाना है उसे, तो हाउ मेनी स्टेट्स बाउंड्रीज वुड बी देयर. ही हैज़ टू क्रिएट द करेंसी, चेंज द करेंसी अकॉर्डिंगली. तो अगर कोई बंदा जाता है तो कहीं करेंसी का रेट कम हो रहा है, ज़्यादा हो रहा है, तो अकॉर्डिंगली अगर यहाँ से आप बिजनेस करना चाहते हो तो सी दैट हाउ कॉम्प्लेक्स इट वुड बी कि इसमें करेंसी का ये अभी कैसे इसमें कट हो रहा है, इंक्रीज हो रहा है, डिक्रीज हो रहा है, तो इट इज़ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. तो फॉर दैट नेपोलियनिक कोड वॉज फेमस इन होल ऑफ द यूरोप. ऑल्दो ही इम्प्लीमेंटेड इट implemented this there only in the Russia, in France. So even afterward this idea was adopted that a uniformity in the law comes under the category of central administration. And after that this was the whole idea regarding the rise of the spirit among the nationalism. When we talk about making of the nationalism, it means to say rise of new middle classes, and then we talk about the spread of ideology of liberalism. Right? Liberalism, you know that they want to spread the movement by taking all the people together by taking all the people together, not only one or two communities that come under the category of this liberalism. And when we talk about this making of nationalism, इसमें treaty of conservatism भी very very important है. Conservatism, that was also an ideology adopted through the Treaty of Vienna. Treaty of Vienna. So in this way, dear students, I have gave you overall summary of this chapter, what we will read, how we will read, and tomorrow I will tell you the age of revolutionaries, regarding what was the age of revolutionaries, 1830 to 1848. This was a major target period in this rise of nationalism among Europe. Thank you. Bye students.